is what this once proud and profitable company sorely needs. What was once a captivating, trend-setting program has now deteriorated into a cliched, let's be honest, this once proud and snooze fest that is in dire need of a knight in shining armor. Television ratings, downward spiral. Pay-per-view buy rates, plummeting. Mainstream acceptance, non-existent. And reactions of the live crowds, complete and utter silence. You're silent because you're embarrassed to be here. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for you. And the reason why you're embarrassed is because of the steady stream of uninteresting, untalented, mediocre sports entertainers who you're forced to cheer for and care for. No wonder you're not cheering. You can care less about every single idiot in that dressing room.
Now, here's Joe Cronin. Joe Cronin.
Well, I think that I think this show might have murdered everybody, so I'm not expecting a big audience to watch tonight because I'm betting the people are asleep. I'm betting people are asleep, man. I'll tell you, bro. My allergies are full goddamn force right now. I can feel them. My eyes are weak. My skin is raw. And, you know, without the hockey game, I don't know if I would be awake right now, to be honest. This might have been one of those nights where I just simply passed out. If there was no hockey, I would have passed out. I'm almost convinced of it 100%. I'm dead serious. This was a terrible show tonight. You know, if this gets a good rating, or what, so obviously it's not going to get a good rating, right? But if any more than 1.8 watch this, I will be shocked. I will be blown away, and I'll be furious. How in the world did people sit through this show? I don't care if it's the night after a pay-per-view or special event or whatever we call them now. I don't even care. How did people watch this show tonight? I mean, how'd they do it? How'd you get through this show tonight? I have no idea how you could have. I mean, how could you have gotten through this show tonight? I mean, besides just tons of coffee. Get the hell out of my chat, Adolf Hitler, for Christ's sake. What the hell's... Only Hitler would watch Raw. You know, Hitler would watch Raw. I mean, only a psycho would watch this show. I'm a psycho. Hitler's a psycho. No wonder he's in the chat. Unbelievable. I have no idea what to tell you. We're going to go... I mean, this is another one of those things. Like, what do you do here? I got plenty to say about how dumb it was. I will tell you that. I think. As my Xbox controller rattles everywhere because I left it on. Just devoid of creativity, dead weight, nothing, video game booking, crap show. Horrible stuff from Raw tonight. Just bad promos, ideas, matches, weird stuff. We had black screens. I'm assuming those were wardrobe malfunctions or something. I don't know. Maybe you guys noticed. I did have Raw on my smaller screen. And it was hard to watch Raw while watching the hockey game while having allergies wreaking havoc with my eyes, as you can see. So it was just insane. Jake DeMarco's in the hospital, or was in the hospital, for dehydration. So he did not, I don't believe he saw Raw. Not sure he saw Raw. But let me go to the donos because they are coming in. So I am going to go to those in a second. I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to say about this. I got stuff to say about it, but we'll go down the list. But I'm curious as to what people think. Because I know what I think, and I think a lot of people know what I think. But, I mean, I don't know, man. Is there something good about this show that I'm missing or that I don't know? Or, Is there something that I don't know about? That's what I would love to know. Is there something I'm missing? Something I don't know about? Am I wrong about something? Oh my God. Tonight was atrocious. It was, and you know what's weird is I had something else to watch at the same time. Every single time, though, that the Bruins game and the Capitals game was off or there was an intermission or whatever, and I was forced to only stare at Raw, I was just like fucking shaking back and forth. Like, dude, I would rather watch Dana Warrior grieve about the Ultimate Warrior while her kids cry in the background and a dog is attacked viciously by a bear. I'd rather watch the insides of an animal I love be decapitated by an oncoming spear attack. I would rather watch Dana Warrior change her tampon live on OnlyFans. I would rather watch Stephanie McMahon explain how breast milk came out of her tits to Triple H. I'd rather watch the Miz and Mrs. talk about and argue about who's going to come first tonight. Okay? I'd rather watch cancer patients decide what channel to watch at 9 p.m. on a Wednesday night. I would rather watch 3 nurses who are overweight and disgusting argue over which one of the doctors they're going to try to get to fuck them. This fucking show is a piece of fucking shit! Shit bomb!
You become...
I don't know why that's a shit bomb.
A shit bomb.
I don't understand why that's a shit bomb, but...
Did we witness a future heel turn from Matt Riddle?
Thank you, Lauren Hutton. What's up, Lauren? How you doing? How you doing, Lauren? I love you. No, I'm just kidding. Did we witness a future... Yeah, I mean, I think what we may have witnessed is the edge coming to him. You know, that Randy Orton is going to bring out this edge, maybe. I think that might be what they're going with. So that could be a good sign for the people who think that Matt Riddle is too goofy, right? A little bit too goofy. You know, that Matt Riddle is maybe getting a little bit more serious now. And, taking it a little more serious, you know? Token black guy goes 100% accurate about the nurses. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But you know what? In Whisperer, Zeta, the problem is Zeta like the Zeta aliens. Is that what that is? You want to talk about Planet X and Planet Nibiru, talking about the Zetas and Zeta Reticuli? Is that what you want to get into? Let's get into it tonight. But no, they weren't putting in any effort when there were fans. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that all of you guys, or some of you guys, are forgetting. Not most of you know, but some of you, I feel like, are forgetting how bad things were before the COVID. That things weren't good. It was really bad. This has just added an extra layer of suck to everything. But things weren't good before. Like, this shit was not going well before, right? It really wasn't. You can't cover it up. The fucking tarps, time to lay the tarps. They were tarping up the buildings. We were getting to a point where it started with 1 row of tarps, then it got to 2 rows of tarps, then it got to 3 rows of tarps, then it got to tarping off the balcony, and then most everything. And we were starting to get to half of the arena tarped. We were starting to get there, guys, on a Raw or SmackDown, starting to get 40% to 35% tarped off because fans weren't coming to the show. This isn't new. This was going on before that. Look at what's going on now. I mean, sure, yes, it's true that a few major wrestling people, podcasters, started going live around January, February, and March, all at the same time for some reason. It's something they didn't used to do. Certainly, I would get 1,200 live viewers every single Monday. 1,200 of you guys every Monday, without a doubt, right here. Now we do about 400, 500, 600, maybe 700 if we're lucky. Now. So yes, I understand that the competition, that's part of it, why they're gone, why many viewers are gone, but I also know that some people are just, I've seen enough of Joe. He's been ranting about this for 5 years. And I also but really it happened like that. As soon as COVID hit, was around the time that those people launched. So COVID, though, so many people have given up watching that they don't watch the review because they're not watching the show. They don't even care. Now, I know a lot of you guys, you don't watch the show, or you have it on in the background somewhere, and you kind of look at it like, yeah, nothing's really happening, I don't care, and whatever, and we'll see what Joe says now. And so that's what you do. You sort of background watch, and then you background watch me. You know, that happens. A lot of people playing video games right now, and they're just continuing to play. All right, watch Raw. Seem like shit. I'm going to keep playing my video games. I'm going to turn on Joe now. You know, that's what people are doing. A lot of people are doing that. Like probably half of you or more. I don't know. It's so bad. No effort. It feels like no effort. Maybe they think they're giving an effort. Oh, my God. And I don't know what it is. I mean, is it the wrestlers are terrible? The acting is annoying, how they make them act. The pre-written stuff is horrible. The camera angles are terrible. The video live, just the camera angles are bad. Everything, down to the fucking camera angles, are bad. How was the WWF filmed better in 1995 and filmed better in 1998? How did that happen? You filmed and edited this better and directed it better then. And even the ring sounded better back in the day. Now, this is something that I started complaining about even in 1998. Even in 1998, 1997, 1999, I used to complain about the ring. I used to be like, man, the ring sounds like shit. Like the it doesn't sound good. The WCW ring sounded awesome. Now, maybe the WCW ring sounded a little too wooden or whatever, but, man, I'll tell you, I prefer that. The WCW ring was great, I thought. Even the old WWE ring, when it was like just, it had this big, big sound. It was great. Unbelievable. It was better than this. This is just boring. So, the ring, the camera angles, the scripting, the acting, the wrestlers have no balls anymore. The directing is bad. The overscripted shit is terrible. I mean, it's just all so fucking terrible. It really is. When you just add it all up into everything, it's all just fucking terrible. You know? It sucks. Lockdown King says, or Lockdown King, I don't know. I'm having big time allergies, by the way. I'm a longtime fan that would never miss a Raw until now. I watched 45 minutes of the pay-per-view last night. None tonight. It's sad. I'm over it. No crowd. I can't do it. And again, I think don't even worry about the crowd. Crowd or no crowd, this stuff is terrible. Crowd or no crowd, this stuff is bad. Shit bomb!
You become...
What up, Royal Thomas? How you doing, dude?
Hitler greater than this show.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Royal Thomas, hey, thanks for the donation earlier, too, man. We had a couple donos come in before we started the show. Royal Thomas, thank you, man, for the dropping donos in here before, last couple shows before the show even started. And that'll make you the top dog, Royal Thomas. Thank you. If you guys want to donate, the links are in the description below, and if you open it up, all the amounts are listed as well.
Alexa, have a match or fuck off. Story time with your Britney Spears header set and doll laugh. MP3 is getting real old.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, obviously she interfered in a match. Sir Huggingtons, thank you, Sir Huggingtons. If you want to drop an alert, here's the link. I didn't put it in the chat earlier. There's also another link for credit card people down below, and all the donation amounts are listed at the bottom for the people that don't know that. You can expand the description box and see what all the alerts do, the 100, the 50s, the 20s, the 10s, the 5s, whatever the hell. Anyway, yes, Sir Huggingtons, I agree. It's like, dude, but I mean, she's doing stuff, but there's so much slow build with Alexa that it's like that WrestleMania stuff soured everybody. I don't know, man.
Duncachino?
I'm over it. I'm over her, too.
I do.
What's my name?
Duncachino.
It's a whole new game.
Duncachino.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Change this to a dark elevation post-game show. There was some actual good wrestling on that show tonight.
Julio Scissors, thank you for the $5. Yeah, there was some. I thought there was some okay wrestling. It was just a lot of decision making, rematching, stuff like that. I guess they're trying to make obviously Riddle, like the donator said earlier. She said that they're trying to make him heel. I'm not sure about heel as much as give him an edge. Maybe give him an edge or show him that he can, because he looks ridiculous.
Shit bomb!
Otherwise, what up, Steve Clan?
You become a shit bomb.
Yo.
Raw 2/10 hate points, same crap always.
That's right. I forgot about the hate points, Steve Calan. Thank you, Steve Calan. Let's go ahead and give Raw some hate points. We can see if we can beat the record of 112 or whatever it is. Raw hate points. That's 2. I won't cut the points because you're Canadian, okay? Steve, how about that?
Shit bomb!
Are you mad JD got invited to Double
No.
or Nothing and has a media pass?
No.
Raw was a 6/10
gotten
tonight. You didn't watch most of it.
No.
Liar.
No, it wasn't. No. I could get a media pass. I could easily get a media pass. I just email them. They literally email me all the time. Here's the event. Here's this thing. Here's that thing. Anybody can get a media. Dude, fucking Wrestle Kid has a fucking media pass. You dumb. Like literally Wrestle Kid and a bunch of other goofballs. I could get a media pass, but I'm not going to because I'm too busy to get a media pass and go do that. I'd love to do that maybe, but no thanks. I mean, I don't know. Do you want me to get one so I can be like, I got it too? I mean, I don't know. That guy literally, like, there's so many people that get media passes, bro. It's really not that hard. The place that was hard to get a media pass was WWE, but you're gone now, aren't you? Aren't you gone, brother, huh? All gone. WWE fired the guy that would never give me a media pass. He's gone. Rest in peace, job, huh? Funny, though. I could go. I don't know. I could go. I could email them. But, no, it's not. I'd have to. I can't take time off anything right now, Just cover it from home. I could, though. But I thought about it last week, actually, and then I decided no on it. So, I don't know. I'd like to go. But yeah, it's like, where do we start with this? I mean, it's just so, I just think it's bland. And you thought it was a 6 out of 10 tonight. That's interesting. AJ Styles versus Elias didn't do it for me. I mean, I don't know. Who cares? Boring. After the bell, Amos backs Riker up to the ramp. Sends AJ over the steel ring steps. Elias stomps on AJ at ringside. Almost comes back down the ramp, and Elias retreats. I mean, just like reading this is nauseating. I don't care. Angel Garza versus Drew Gulak was like all right for a short thing, but again, it was so short and goofy. Angel Garza gets the win. I like Angel Garza. I wish they'd keep pushing him and doing some things with him and stuff like that and going for it. That'd be nice. R-Truth loses the 24/7 championship. I mean, that was kind of funny. Like, I mean, R-Truth was like, R-Truth is like, I was tired. Like, what the fuck, bro? That was kind of funny. Dude, did anybody hear that? I didn't even notice it. I think I was watching the Bruins, but I heard it. I saw it happen. I went, oh, man, he's got his belt. And then I looked away, and then I heard Truth say something about he was tired or something. Like, what the fuck, dude? He was tired. I mean, that was kind of funny, but it's like ridiculous shit. Randy Orton versus Kofi Kingston, and this is just fucking stupid. Kofi Kingston gets the win. Why? Why did they do this? What, so they could sort of show that that Matt Riddle would beat up a guy after a match for a second, sort of, I guess? and Randy Orton loses, and then they try to, like, I guess maybe like legitimize Kofi for a second since he has a match. He's going to come out against the world champion later. But the problem is Kofi didn't win fair, really, because there was a big distraction with the fucking musical instrument outside. So if you're trying to quickly build Kofi all of a sudden, like in a rush, it's like, well, no, because fucking he cheated to win. So that was ridiculous. You know, it's like, so he cheated to win. I don't know. What up, DJ Smith? How you doing? 3 out of 10 for him as far as Raw goes. Todd Fair, Raw's so much better than AEW. You're on crack or something. Vax passports, hooray. Oh, that's right. Would I need a Vax passport to go to AEW? Nobody's even going to know he's there because he's such a midget. He's going to be like, hey, you see me? It's going to happen. And he went to the last one, too. Why do people act like that's some amazing thing? I don't understand that. Joe, what's up, bro? Did you see where AEW is going to be in Boston? What are they going to be back in the same place they were the last time? I don't know where they're going to be. I thought they were going to be probably the same place they were last time, I would think. At the, where were they? The UMass Arena or whatever it was? I forget where they were. I forget what it's called. Chris, what up? What up, Bernard Scott? How you doing, Bernard? Love you, brother. Good musician. Headbanger. People have no lives. They live on, I don't know what that means. Oh, because the Hitler guy? Yeah, it's fucking weird. What up, Neo? How you doing? Yeah, I have no idea, man. But I know that D. Welsh is pissed because we beat his Caps tonight. Now we're 1-1, D. Welsh. Are you ready to go, D. Welsh? In this fucking NHL playoffs, man, 1 overtime victory, 1 overtime loss. I like it. I like it. All right. So Kofi Kingston gets this win, ridiculous, like to quickly build him, I assume, and then all of a sudden, I'm in the main event. But then he's going to win the main event by cheating anyway, so it's like, I don't even understand that. I just, oh my God, dude, it's making my head hurt. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Bobby Lashley is boring. MVP is all right. Drew McIntyre is basically boring. At this point, he's just such a goody guy. Well, I'll come out there and I'll do the right thing and I'll do it's like so boring. We really need another Stone Cold. We really do. I'm dead serious. I mean, we need another Stone Cold, bro. Or something. Nobody wants another Cena. Nobody wants another Cena. That is evident by every time a good guy shows up and goes, I'm the good guy and I'll do what's let me tell you. No. You either need to be so entertaining as a face, or you got to be this just badass, which is also entertaining in a way, but this is never going to work. This is never going to work. And you know what? None of these people, none of the wrestlers have what it takes. I'm convinced that you could put people that don't necessarily look that great out there at this point. I think you could put an Eddie Kingston out there, and you could put him on the microphone every night. And, you know, he may do well. Maybe. That's the only shot you're going to get. Nobody stands out. Eric Cartman? Yeah, nobody stands out. Nobody stands out. The only person who stands out a bit is Roman, because Roman's allowed to be this heel, and it's so fucking crazy. And I don't know, man. He plays this heel character of the head of the table really well, like some kind of mobster almost, a gangster-like. He really does well in that role. It's really pretty good. The problem is he's a heel, and he's not. It's like you don't. He's not a heel that you're gonna turn into like I'm gonna now cheer for him. Right? It doesn't feel that way. It doesn't feel like Roman is somebody that, you know, if Roman goes face, it doesn't feel like we'll cheer for him. You'll go right back to just being like, ugh. And Roman is so calculated heel that he isn't somebody that can just become face all of a sudden, or somebody that the fans like how bad he is, that they're going to start cheering for him and then they're going to have to flip him face. It doesn't feel like that. I now believe that Roman Reigns is one-dimensional. Not necessarily his fault. It's just that fans don't buy this good guy superhero thing. Doesn't work. The Hogan thing isn't working. The superhero thing isn't working. The only thing they haven't tried or allowed is the outlaw type. They haven't let somebody go out there and just be an outlaw. They haven't let that happen. Not even close to that. Anybody who does what they think is outlaw by throwing a guy off a thing and it blows up, or by being like, I'm going to hurt him tonight real bad and I'm going to not play by the rules. Like, that's not enough, man. You got to be bringing it. You got to have some kind of fire and charisma. And honestly, I think it would... I don't know how it would go if you did do something like that. If you went, somebody was allowed to go over the line. I don't know. And they won't do it, so you'll never find out. So you're left with all of the wrestlers being mediocre. So we're left with a bunch of guys who, even if they were allowed to almost do whatever they wanted, we still probably wouldn't get a Shawn Michaels, a The Rock, really, forget Shawn even, but The Rock, Hogan, Cena, whatever. You're still not probably going to get that, no matter what you do. No matter what. So, but what you are going to get now is you're going to get a bunch of guys who nobody is better than a 7 out of 10. Nobody is better than a 7 out of 10 in this company right now. I don't believe it. Maybe you could give the edge to Roman since he's like the best character right now. Maybe you could give Roman a 7.5. Maybe if you're a psycho, you give him an 8. I don't know. But no, not to me. I don't believe so because he can't cut a promo still all the time. But he does cut a pretty decent heel one compared to his face promos. So, Roman Reigns as a face on the mic was like a 5 out of 10 to me. Everybody sounds like Roman Reigns as a face. Drew McIntyre sounds like Roman Reigns when he was a face. Damian Priest sounds like Roman Reigns when he was a face to me. They don't sound any different. They don't stand out at all. Damian Priest goes, well, now that I've conquered Sheamus, maybe I'll have to conquer Bobby Lashley. Maybe I'll conquer the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Fuck yourself. Everybody cuts that same promo. Roman Reigns. Well, what I was thinking was maybe I roll up to Raw next week and I step in the ring and I look that son of a bitch Bobby Lashley in the face and I challenge him for his title. Maybe the big dog takes the WWE title from... it's just like the same thing. It's the same thing. It's like the generic big muscle, quiet speaking promo. Quiet speaking. That's why the 80s and the 90s worked, right? Because the wrestlers were pumping out energy. They had fucking energy. Let me do this again for you. Damian Priest. Well, I was thinking, since I'm done with The Miz and I'm done with this, maybe next week I look Bobby Lashley in the eyes and I take his WWE Championship. Well, that's the same way Roman would have spoke. That's the same way Drew would have spoke. Drew would have spoke like this. Well, I was thinking maybe next week I look Roman in the face and it's like I can't do the accent. I always float between an Irish accent and a Scottish accent. But you know what I mean? It's the same calm, good guy, cool guy promo. Just like Big Daddy Cool Diesel. And you know what Big Daddy Diesel did? He sucked. Big Daddy Diesel. Big Daddy Cool Diesel. Champion during a time when the ratings were the lowest. And he said, well, maybe Big Daddy Cool Diesel's going to have to go out there, knock out a few heads, and remain the WWF champ. But even Kevin Nash had a little bit of something in there. A little bit. Right, on those promos. He had a little bit of sauce in there at least. But man, does it remind me of Diesel. Boring. I'm just the big cool guy who's the WWF champion. How'd that work out? Not too well, WWE. Not too fucking well. Because the fans started cheering for Sid. You know why the fans started cheering for Sid? Because I'm the master and the ruler of the world. That's why they started cheering for Sid, because he had a fucking pulse. Hulk Hogan, I'm gonna break your brains into pieces. Hogan, I'm gonna eat them up because I'm the master and the ruler of the world. I have more brains than you do. Whatever the fuck. What did he say? Somebody hit me with the line. Hit me with the Sid line in the chat. Hit me in the chat. How about you go back further? Well, you know something? I saw it tonight in my eyes. I could feel it. The Hulkamaniacs were running wild at home. I know nobody's here, dude. I know nobody's here in the WWF Thunderdome, brother, but I could feel it. You see, Hulkamania is more than just in person, brother. It runs through the veins and the souls of all my Hulkamaniacs, and it floats up into the atmosphere, and it all comes down here and harnesses through the roof. It comes crashing down. You talk about when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, brother. It comes crashing through the roof of the Thunderdome, and Hulk Hogan, I can feel it pacing through my veins, and when I hit the big leg drop tonight, I could feel it. I could envision Bobby Lashley's face, brother, and that's why next week, what you gonna do, Bobby Lashley, when Hulkamania comes for you? Ah! Oh, you heard that? Hulk Hogan is challenging, apparently, Bobby Lashley next week on Raw. What does this mean? What? Wait, Hulk Hogan's coming. I'll tell you what it means, dude. It means next week, Bobby Lashley, you're looking at the new WWE champion, Bobby Lashley. And what you gonna do, brother, when Hulkamania runs wild on you, dude? Now I'm going on Twitter to tell all my Hulkamaniacs how jacked up I am, dude. And that's more exciting. That's more exciting. The fucking muscle spasms, the grease, the shirt, rip the shirt off, you're talking shit, you're hyped up, you're pumping up, you're telling a story about the fucking Hulkamaniacs and the souls coming down to help them win the match. You can call that goofy all you want. This sucks, what we're watching right now. This sucks. What we're watching right now. Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah. I went out there and I know what to do. I know where to hit him. I hit him where it hurts because I always know where to hit him where it hurts because the Macho Man Randy Savage is the best thing going in the world wrestling entertainment. Yeah, and the fact of the matter is, now that I've conquered The Miz, I'm gonna conquer somebody else. Yeah, you see, I've set my sights on Bobby Lashley. Maybe Macho Man Randy Savage needs to become the WWE champion. Oh yeah, maybe next week Macho Man looks in the eyes of Bobby Lashley and I beat you for your belt. Dig it!
And you're like, oh shit, Macho Man is challenging Bobby Lashley next week. Macho Man Randy Savage, after defeating The Miz tonight, has now set his sights on the World Wrestling Entertainment Champion, Bobby Lashley, and he's jacked up, and he's well, quite frankly, he's partying through the locker room right now. Oh, yeah. And you're just like, wow, what's going to happen next week? But instead, all the promos are just, well, you know, now that I beat The Miz, I was thinking I set my sights on the WWE Championship. Oh, you mean you're going to try to challenge Bobby Lashley next week? Well, how about that? Damian Priest saying that he might be looking for gold next week on Monday Night Raw. Anyway, on to the next. Like, how fucking boring is the product right now? How fucking boring is this fucking product right now? Jake Roberts, really? You want to hit me with that, Jake Roberts? Hit me with that, Jake Roberts.
You know, tonight, I went out there and I stepped in a ring with a man who's got a big mouth, like The Miz. You see, The Miz needs to make up for his inadequacies. The Miz has to go out and flap his gums over and over again. But Miz, I don't have to do that. Because every time you speak, Miz, all your faults, all your demons come out. And Miz, I love a good demon. Because I can wrestle a demon to the ground. I can wrestle a demon to his core. I can make a demon tell me its deepest, darkest secrets. Because, Miz, I am the devil incarnate in that ring. And a demon doesn't stand a chance. A demon, the only thing it can do is line up and let me drink it in like I drank you in tonight, Miz. And I'll tell you what I'm gonna do next week. I set my sights on a different demon. I set my sights on a demon who happens to be wearing the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I set my sights on Bobby Lashley. And Bobby Lashley, next week, when I get you in the center of the ring, Bobby Lashley, there won't be anything left of your soul. There won't be anything left around your waist. I'm gonna leave you broken, battered, soulless, beltless, and destroyed. I'm challenging you, Bobby Lashley, to a world title match. And I will walk out the victor. Trust me.
Like, I mean, you'd be locked in like, what the fuck? Jake the Snake Roberts, what? Says Bobby Lashley is his next soul and he's going to take his title. It's like these things are so much better than, well, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out there and I might have to just go ahead and challenge for the WWE Championship. Same thing Roman would have said when he was face. Same thing Drew McIntyre would say if he was face. Same thing Damian Priest says when he's face. It's the same fucking guy. Every fucking time. It's the same fucking thing. But these guys, that's why these other wrestlers are legends and characters. Because they have a character. I think I have a character. My character is I rant on people. And I roast and rant. And I go crazy. And I just start flipping out. And I start keeping it real. That's what I do. I think I have more of a character. And I look like a douchebag because, like, I've got facial hair that doesn't grow in the right way. I wear a backwards hat that's all mangled. Okay? I come off like a dickhead. I'd probably be a pretty good heel because I'd just be such a shit talker. And people would want to see me get my ass kicked. They'd want that. But I wouldn't give it to them. You know what? I wouldn't give it to them. Just like I'm still the Monetize This champion. Friday after Friday. Who's going to take the Monetize This title from me? Cora? You going to take the belt from me? Woo-hoo-hoo! Sure you are, Cora. You're hiding behind a rock somewhere. All right? But no, the bottom line is, listen. That's why these guys were characters. That's why they meant something. They could wrestle in the ring better, number one. And number two, they could cut these promos. Well, we're standing here with Bret the Hitman Hart, who just a few seconds ago defeated The Miz. Again, The Miz and Morrison, they've been a thorn in your side, Bret the Hitman Hart. And tonight, in a lumberjack match after whatever happened last night with zombies, once again, you defeated The Miz and Morrison. What do you have to say for yourself? We know something. I think I proved tonight without a shadow of a doubt that I'm done with The Miz. I think most people are done with The Miz, especially anybody who ever bet on him. And I think the fact of the matter is everyone realizes how much of a better wrestler, a better talker Bret the Hitman Hart is. I don't think there's any need to ever relive this ever again. And quite frankly, I know there's a lot of steps that I could get to, that I could achieve. And I have my sights set on something a little bit bigger, something a little bit more important than The Miz. Now that I've basically lived up to the challenge every single time. And that's why next week I'm going to set my sights on WWE Gold, because I'm coming for Bobby Lashley and I'm coming for that title. And MVP, if you get in the way, the fact of the matter is I'll put you in the damn sharpshooter. It's like, that's why Bret Hart, though, even Bret Hart was like generic-ish, right, as a face. Like, people used to not like Bret Hart. people used to not be big fans of Bret Hart's promos because that's just your typical kind of Bret Hart promo. You know, he was just like, well, you know, this is how good I am, and you see what I did, and now I'm going to do it to this guy. And it's just like, that's why, but at least when he spoke with emphasis, with this power, command. He believed what he was saying. He wasn't just like a surfer guy who's like, well, I think maybe next week, maybe I'll have to go challenge. It's like there's too many of that. There's too many like fucking Matt Riddle, like, whoa, and everybody is like this. You know, I'll give it to Seth Rollins again. But see, here's the other weird thing. Roman Reigns as a face is trash. Roman Reigns as a heel is pretty good. And I'm sorry, I can't do the best impressions right now because I am just, I'm having allergy attack huge. My eyes have been watering all night. I got shit snarling all over me. But Seth Rollins is also like Roman Reigns to me. Seth Rollins isn't the best face either because he just doesn't sound like a face. Seth Rollins sounds good as a heel, though. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come out there and I'm going to kill him, John. Or, you know, he comes out there and goes, oh, yeah, you think you're going to do that? You really think you're going to do that? Try and do it. Like, he sounds like awesome as a bad guy. Seth Rollins is a great bad guy. Roman Reigns is a great bad guy. Problem is, all your good guys sound the same. They don't know how to make a good guy cool or whatever. They just can't do it. That's a major issue, guys. They don't know how to fucking make a good guy cool. And when someone comes along that the fans start cheering for, start liking, they either don't do anything or basically the fans forced it and the person has no personality, so they can't ride the wave or carry it. It's like the fans are willing you, but you can't do it. It's like Kofi Kingston. The fans get behind Kofi Kingston. Awesome story. But after that, Kofi gets on the mic and goes, hey, man, I'm the champion because I'm Kofi Kingston. And you're like, you know what? Man, he does suck on the mic, really. He really doesn't connect with us that much anymore. He got the belt. That was cool. We like Kofi. We like him. He's just not the guy. Daniel Bryan was kind of like that. It was like, yes, but he had that. At least he had that. He had this gimmick of yes, and he could speak on the mic pretty well. Really, Daniel Bryan is the guy. It's John Cena, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, and then that's it. As far as faces go. Think about it. It's true. And even Daniel was kind of just more like, you know, like good on the mic as an average regular guy. But even he fizzled out. Eventually people were like, okay, we're over the yes thing, and then that's really all he's got. He can talk on the mic pretty good, but he doesn't have this whatever. And then Daniel Bryan worked as a heel really well. Daniel Bryan did a fucking great job as a heel. So do you guys want to know who the best wrestler is of like the last 10 years as far as that goes? It's like Daniel Bryan. Because Daniel Bryan can wrestle. Daniel Bryan got over as a face. Hugely over as a face. And he got over as a heel and put over Kofi Kingston, and he could have put over anybody because he was doing a great job at being a heel. So Daniel Bryan did a really good job when you think about it. He's probably the best of all the people in the last 10 years, besides CM Punk. You know, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, I don't think I have the energy to cut a Stone Cold promo on The Miz, but, you know, there's just something lacking. It's what I said. I'm telling you what I said is true. I don't know a lot of things, okay? I screwed up my taxes the last 4 years. I owe the IRS like $40,000. You know, I have to work like several jobs because I have to try to pay that off. Even though I'm successful here on YouTube and you guys have all given me this great channel and this stuff that I do where this could sustain me by itself, but now I got to go out and do other things because I'm that stupid. I have a GED. I didn't fucking graduate. There's not a lot of things I know. There's things that I don't know. A lot of things that I'm not very good at. I'm not the smartest fucking person. Not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Right? But there's one thing I know. And it's that These guys can't do it. You're missing something. But even if you did have that, star, or that person that could start to become that star, would it even work? I don't know. Because would they even be able to exist in this world? You could never really have a Rock nowadays. The Rock. You could never have a Rock now because no one's allowed to cut a promo like that. And if you and nobody could say the things The Rock says or said. Can't do that either. So that's 2. That's 2 strikes right there. You're not allowed to have the freedom to create your own character and personality. And number 2, you can't even say most of the things you'd want to say anyway. But still, you could still do it. I just showed you. I don't think I even said anything that wasn't PG, right? Did I? I don't know. I don't think so. No, my Hulk Hogan promo was all PG, and I mean, that was more exciting than any of these guys' promos, I think. I don't know, man. What a mess tonight. Women's tag match, Natalya, Shayna Baszler, kiss my ass. Tamina and Natalya win because Pyro went off and Alexa Bliss is playing tricks. We get it. So done with it. So annoyed by it. Slowest builds ever that go nowhere, so I don't care. The slowest builds ever. If you wanted to... Okay. If you knew Bray was leaving and this stuff was going on, you should have planned to make Alexa Bliss do some crazy shit the night after WrestleMania. Alexa Bliss should have done something crazy the night after WrestleMania. You should have had Alexa Bliss target a female. Pick a woman to have a feud with. Here's what we're going to do. Alexa Bliss, you're going to have a feud, and it's with this person. You guys are probably going to have 3 matches, and it's going to culminate in a, stairway to hell match. And we're going to build a cage that has everything is steel, leading up to a 3rd floor. There's 3 floors, 3 floors of hell or whatever, and it culminates in that cage match, where at the end Alexa Bliss wins. And it ends with like blood coming down from the ceiling and dripping through the cage and all over both of them as she stands victorious over her. And blood's coming down all over her and her opponent who she beat. And it's raining down on the cage and everything. And she's the victor. And she beat whoever this girl is. That's the 3rd match. After a boiler room brawl and maybe a regular match of some kind. Whatever. Right? And the feud starts... when Alexa Bliss announces at the beginning of Raw, the night after WrestleMania, Alexa Bliss goes, I just don't feel complete without Bray anymore. I still have my friend, or I don't have enough friends. So tonight on Raw, I think I'm going to have to make a new friend. Fucking... the end of Raw. It's the end of Raw. And all this weird stuff is happening throughout Raw, to all the women in the locker room. And finally the women come out to the ring at the end of the night, and they stand in the ring like, we're not going to be intimidated. We're not going to be scared by somebody. We're not going to be blah, 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 blah. And basically, they're all going to be standing in the ring being like, just come out here, tell us who you want to, whatever you're going to do, blah, blah. And I think it'd be cool if they're all standing there and the music comes on. They all look to the ramp. The ring rips open. It's Alexa coming from under the ring. Even better, if they can get one of those pedestals that rises up so it makes her rise from under the ring into the ring with the rest of them. And then she grabs one of the girls, the one that she's supposed to face. She grabs one. She goes, I choose you, like, to be my friend or whatever. And the girl's like, ah! And she pulls them under the ring, and the other girls are just like, back off for a second. Then they see the girl go down. The smoke comes up. Who did she grab? Who did she grab? I don't know who she grabbed. What the hell's going on? Like, get under there and find her or whatever. And the girls start looking under the ring, and they can't see anybody, and they can't find her, and we don't know what's going on. And then it goes black, and then it goes, a little light comes on, and there's Alexa Bliss holding, she's got somebody like duct taped up and shit, and it's fucking... whoever the person she chose is, and then she kisses them or something and then lets them go and then runs away, and then the girl rips the tape off and she looks around and it's whoever the fucking person is, right? Name a girl. Dana Brooke. It's fucking Dana Brooke. Maybe not Dana Brooke because we want to have a better match than whatever. But you know what I mean. And it's like, that's better than whatever what the fuck are they doing right now? And so, okay, they're going to have a match next week on Raw, apparently. They have a match next week on Raw. You know? Something happens. They end up having a match at the next pay-per-view. They end up having another match. They have fucking 3 matches. Have Alexa win all of them. You know? Have Alexa win all the matches. And have the girl be determined to beat Alexa and to get her out of her life. And then have that moment of the fucking bloodbath and the cage weird thing that no one's ever seen before. And, you know, on every level of the cell, the first floor has chairs, the second floor has whatever the fuck, the third floor has something else, right? And the hatch opens after a fall, or the hatch opens after 5 minutes. The hatch opens and you go to the next, you can go to the next floor if you want. You know, the hatch opens, whatever the fuck. Come up with something cool and fun. I don't know. It's better than that. What the fuck? It's all this is now is like, look at what's going to happen. I don't know. Then nothing happens. Fucking flames come out and things happen and then nothing happens. The best thing that's happened with Wyatt and Alexa and all these things that have gone on with Randy Orton was the fucking Inferno match thing that they did. That was the best thing. That was great. And then they did fucking months of nothing after it. Should have just stopped. I don't know. I'm watching the hockey game right now. I know that. The Bruins beat the Capitals. I'm happy about that. Sorry, Caps fan, but we're tied. Tamina and Natalya win, whatever. United States champion, Sheamus and Ricochet. You know, again, this has been one of the things that I've kind of enjoyed a little bit because to me it's a small thing. It's a mid-card to lower mid-card thing that's going on with Sheamus and Ricochet. But at least it gets them out there doing stuff. I find it kind of interesting. Ricochet, again, isn't a very interesting good guy. He's just this sporty guy who likes pretty stuff. He's a nice, sweet guy, but he's awesome in the ring, and he's trying to be like, hey, got your coat, Sheamus. I'm going to make fun of you now a little bit. And again, Ricochet is just too nice of a guy. He doesn't come off as the guy that's going to be the next guy or anything like that. But it's serviceable. It's good enough because it's a lower mid-card or mid-card feud thing that's happening. So I like it. I give these guys I'm interested by what they're doing. I'm never going to be that interested because it's not a big thing. It's just a little rivalry thing that's going on. But it does kind of almost have the vibe of if it could just get up a little higher, like to a level of Intercontinental Championship. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Razor and 1, 2, 3 Kid type of thing, you know, a little bit. It doesn't quite remind me of like Jeff Jarrett versus Razor or like a big Intercontinental feud yet. It could get there. But right now, it's just sort of this little story. But I like it. I really think it's one of my favorite things on the show because it's simple, it's basic enough. But you know, again, the booking of it though tonight, you know, Ricochet, he rolled Sheamus back into the ring, springboards, hits the 450 for another close 2. Ricochet doesn't get it done. He scoops up Sheamus on his shoulders. Ricochet keeps fighting and goes for a springboard. Sheamus meets him in midair with that big kick. It looked good. Pretty good. Everyone's confused over the kick out. Sheamus grabs Ricochet by the mouth and yells at him. Ricochet slaps him. Sheamus comes right back with the brogue kick for the win. So then Sheamus just beats him. You know, I don't know what that means. Does that mean their feud is over? Or I guess probably not. I don't know why they have to have matches. I don't know why they have to have these matches, you know, instead of having, you know, it's like, dude, if they have another match at the pay-per-view or at the next event, how many times are we going to see them wrestle every week? You know, so they're giving that away. I've enjoyed them messing with each other. But another problem could be Number one, WWE has no idea how to write stories anymore, has no idea how to get people to act the right way, and they don't have talent that can do it. So they just go to having these matches, feuds. Match, quick thing at the end, quick thing at the beginning, quick result, match. But really what should be going on is promos and attacks and heel stuff from Sheamus. Stuff that makes, I don't know. But it's been the more better done thing, but it's just still not there. Oh my God. Later on, a long match, and if Jake was here, he'd know the time. I don't know the time, but Asuka versus Charlotte was pretty decent, I thought, for a while. But, then it ends in Ripley, getting involved and whatever. So this big long match, all for just to end the way it did. Flair ends up kicking Ripley. She gets messed up and rolled up by Asuka. So why did Asuka take the pin the other night? So Asuka takes the pin at the pay-per-view. So we think that Charlotte is going to be the one to face Rhea Ripley. That makes sense. Me and Jake were mad because we thought, why not have Asuka face Rhea Ripley so Asuka can maybe lose again and Rhea Ripley can be definitive in saying like, or rather Asuka should have just been beaten by Rhea Ripley the other night, leading to Rhea Ripley and Charlotte, and Rhea being like, Charlotte being like, you've got no choice but to face me. You're going to have to face me eventually. You can hide and have your little match with Asuka the other night. You should have had it with me. Did you see how easy it was to defeat Asuka? Do you really think it's because you're that good? Or is Asuka just not the right opponent? I don't know. But you know what? I know you are good. I knew you were going to beat Asuka. That's what she really should say, actually. Take back the first part of that. Make it the second part. I knew you'd beat Asuka because you're that damn good. And Asuka's great as well. I wasn't sure, but you beat her. And there's no getting around the fact that now I am the only competition left, and I'm the one that you're going to have to beat to prove that what you're holding on your shoulder really is legitimate. You've been here about 2 seconds. I've been here a lot longer. I know a lot more than you do, and I'm a lot better than you are. I believe that 100%. And it's like, okay, that makes sense. Now they're going to wrestle. But now, why did Asuka take the pin in the triple threat, and then tonight she gets a pin? What, to get the pin back? We're back to square one now. We're back to fucking square one. Now Asuka beats Charlotte. So now Charlotte's been pinned, Asuka's been pinned, and Rhea Ripley's the champion. Do you know what that means? Get somebody else! It's fucking company. Oh my God. Oh my God. Lumberjack match. Fuck it. I didn't even watch it. I'll be honest. I didn't see that match. And Damian Priest. I watched it, but I didn't really watch it. It could have been good, but I doubt it. I was like, nope, not even doing that. After the fucking zombies last night, nope. But I heard the Damian Priest promo after he won. I heard that. Fuck that promo. And fuck every promo of every face there is right now. Open challenge, WWE Bobby Lashley versus, it ends up being Kofi Kingston. I laughed out fucking loud. I laughed out loud so hard my ball sack hurt. Okay? And I'm going to go to the donations in a minute. I know they're coming in. If you guys want to donate, get it in now if you can. Shout out to Royal Thomas, who is the top dog right now. And shout out to everybody who joined me today for my midday car stream. While I was working, I did a car stream today. And Dustin is driving, dropped a 50 spot. Thank you, ma'am. And everybody else who was dropping donos. Thank you. This match was nothing. It didn't matter. In the end, it was a distraction again. And Drew McIntyre hits somebody with a cane, or hits Bobby Lashley with a cane. And Kofi Kingston gets a pin. He gets 2 wins tonight by cheating, which is, I don't understand this at all. I don't get it. It's fucking terrible. I give tonight a 2 out of 10. I would have rather had Dixie Carter in charge of WrestleMania. I would rather watch a WrestleMania booked by Dixie Carter than watch Monday Night Raw ever again. And I thought of Dixie Carter because I saw someone write her name in the chat. The NHL playoffs were better tonight. They're better right now. They're funner right now. Watching the Blues and Avalanche, they're tied right now. Hope I didn't just fuck up somebody's shit if they were recording it. People have nice little face promos, but they're never going to be the guy promo, the top dog, the guy that gets everything over. And
Duncachino?
Never.
Don't mind if I do. What's my name?
Duncachino.
It's a whole new game.
Duncachino.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Raw was a 9 out of 10 tonight.
You are a psycho out of 10. I'll take the $5 though. Thank you for that. Man, I'll tell you what, if you really thought Raw was a 9 out of 10, bless your heart. I wish I was you. I wish I was you with all my heart. I'd probably cheer for the Blues. Sorry, Avs fan. I hated the Avalanche ever since Ray Bork went over there. You know? And fuck Foot, too.
Duncachino?
Don't mind if I do. What's my name?
Duncachino.
It's a whole new game.
Duncachino.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
I miss 4 I quit match between Magic TA and Tully Blanchard.
What up, Todd Fair? I mean, I'd rather watch anything from those two guys. I'd rather watch Tully Blanchard right now bang his wife, okay, in high definition 4K under a fucking goddamn, I don't know, under bright lights than this Monday Night Raw. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Kevin Owens was pretty decent. They tried and then he cut his balls off. You're right. Kevin Owens.
I didn't appreciate the black-on-black crime at the end of Raw, and Welsh Shamanda is in the hospital with major vagina tears from a 10-inch BBC.
Oh my God, no. Oh my God.
How much further do you want me to dox you?
Wow, Drew. Okay. AJ Adams, thank you for the $3.
I'm coming for you.
I ate your cum and it threw me over the border.
I ate your gum and it threw me over the border. Robin Banks, what's going on? Hey, we're at 299 patrons, guys. One patron away from hitting 300 patrons again. And guys and girls, that makes like 30-something months in a row of 3. Oh my God, we hit it!
Shit bomb!
We hit it, guys.
You become a shit bomb.
301.
Cena was the last big WWE superstar, and it will be hard to build a new superstar.
I mean, Todd Fair, you know, that I agree with. That I get what you're saying. I agree. But, and thank you for the $9.99, by the way. But the thing is, Todd, is like, it is hard, but they were on a roll with it for so long.
Shit bomb!
You know?
Stop with this fake BS. You didn't
Crazy.
watch Raw at all. You had to read an article to know what happened. You can't review a show if you don't watch it. No Jake, no Raw review.
Well, actually, I've been reviewing Raw for weeks before this, where I broke it down perfectly for you. You can go watch the Raw reviews when Jake wasn't here. I literally went step by step, and I did tonight too. I mean, there's just not a lot to say. I read the notes when I want to wrap up what happened at the end of the match, so we can step by step remember what happened. So I don't know what you want. What do you want me to review? Every move? Like it wasn't anything good.
Don't mind if I do.
It wasn't good.
What's my name?
Duncachino.
It's a whole new game.
Duncachino.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
No good booking, no creative, no new talent push. It's been almost 2 months after Mania and nothing is new. Do they honestly think this is good?
You know, Juice Man Smith, I don't know what they're thinking. I think the Avs just scored. I don't know what they're thinking. And yes, you know, tonight was definitely rough. I mean, that donator does have a little point because, I mean, it was a little bit rough tonight. I mean, I did watch the Bruins game while watching Raw. So, I mean, he does have a little bit of a point that, you know, I didn't fully watch. But, you know, I mean, it's tough luck that Jake wasn't here because he could have covered for some of the things that I might have missed. But if there was no hockey game on, I would have remembered a lot more. But, this is right now my memory as far as what I saw tonight. That's about all I got. I mean, the fucking thing was... I just can't believe Randy Orton takes this stupid pin for Kofi Kingston to come out later or something, and then he cheats again to win, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? The stuff with the girls in the back is cringe with Adam Pearce. That stuff with the women in the back. Everything with Sonya Deville is cringe. Sonya Deville just doesn't seem right. It's weird as fuck. Her in this position is weird. Adam Pearce is... I like Adam Pearce, but I just thought that whole thing was just like, what the fuck am I watching, dude? Like, this is so terrible. The way they're all lined up and everything. I mean, again, I like Ricochet and Sheamus. I'm still trying to think of something I liked. T-Bar and Mace have this fucking Legion of Doom super PG promo. I didn't like that. I mean, what else? I've talked about everything. I don't know what else there is to talk about. I mean, I don't know what you want me to talk about. I'm trying to think of what to say. And I can't think of anything else to cover. I went over every point that I think there could have been. The one thing that I missed was the lumberjack match. I missed about 80% of it because I couldn't give a fuck. It's the same way I've heard Cornette sometimes just be like, I didn't see it. I fucking turned it off. And that's the way I feel. What are you going to do? What else is there? What else is there to break down and say about this? That's why on AEW, I have so much more to say. It's been a while since Raw has given me anything to say. And I gave you a million things tonight. I told you what Alexa Bliss could have been doing. I did my impressions of what the promos could be. I mean, what else is there to say?
Shit bomb!
We've been at this for an hour and 7 minutes.
Become a shit bomb.
Raw is garbage 2/10 and Bruins 1. Let's go will be Boston Bruins 10/10. Rock on gesture, cool face.
I know, man. I'm pretty pumped about that, J-Rod. What's up, brother? 2 out of 10 for Monday Night Raw tonight. Look at Dustin is driving. Is back again. He's in the chat. He dropped a 50 spot earlier during the car stream. Yeah, I do stream a lot, man. I mean, I've been streaming since 2012. Oh, I wasn't streaming in 12.
Never wished death on anyone with pedos and Nickelback, but maybe it's time Vince took a dirt nap next to Katie Vick and the Von Erichs. WWE creative lazier than HBK's left her. Raw's like eating your girl's ass and finding a dingleberry. Lily wins the 24/7.
Lily wins the 24/7 belt. Mr. Pico Boulevard, thank you, man. I don't know, man. What if it gets worse, though? What if Vince was gone and it got friggin' worse? Dustin, I miss old school SmackDown too, man. I miss all the old school stuff. I don't know if you've watched Raw recently, Dustin, but it's a nightmare, dude. But yeah, man, Dustin's got to hit me up. JoeCroninShow@yahoo.com. Come on, Dustin. DM me on Twitter. Me and you doing a podcast would be great.
Don't mind if I do.
We got to do it.
What's my name?
Duncachino.
It's a whole new game.
Duncachino.
You want to creep within it?
Duncachino.
Tell your friend.
Come
Say
on,
hello to my
chocolate friend.
Joe, would you rather watch Raw tonight or 10 tapes full of Mackie Ito matches and promos?
I don't know, man. Probably 10 tapes of Mackie Ito. Probably. Jeffro DeBoss. Thank you, Jeffro. There's some wrestling commentary coming up for me. There's some independent wrestling shows. I'll be doing some wrestling commentary, so that's fun. Back out there. It's the first time I'm going out to do commentary since COVID, so that's going to be fun. I'm excited about that. I'll have some commentary on title match wrestling, and I'm going to be able to do those things. I'm not going to Florida for AEW, but now if they called me and said come on out, which they wouldn't, I don't know why they would do that, I would be like, shit, fuck, I gotta go. You invited me now. But I mean, if I emailed them and asked for a press pass and they gave me one, it's like, but I'm not gonna go. So people do keep asking me about that, but nah, man, I know other people are going. I know almost everybody and their mother's going, but plus I'm not vaccinated yet. I got the family, the kids coming home. I don't want to quarantine, get everybody sick. All of this, I don't know. I'm not ready yet to go. I'm not, and I can't with work. Now that I just started some new work, I got all this work coming up. Drink water. If anything, the handcuffs will come off, says Derek Hans. How do you make shit smell worse? I don't know, man. How do you do this? How does it get better every single week? What's up, Artie? Hey, Artie, I saw the bear this morning. He's out back laying in a puddle of shit. I almost thought about making a video with the bear today. Maybe I will for you tomorrow. Maybe I need to take the bear on. You know? And the price of lumber is going way up. I still owe the bear. I said a long time ago that I put the bear through a fucking flaming table when I moved into my new house. I said that 4 years ago. I still owe the bear an ass kicking. And if the price of lumber wasn't up so high, I'd probably go buy that table right now. But I don't want to end up like that guy who had his balls singed at the indie show that went viral on Twitter last couple days. How ridiculous was that guy? Dude, that fucking video killed me. I almost lost it.
I ate your cum, and it threw me over the border.
You shoot me?
Joe, I swear to God, if you don't stop, I will shoot you, Joe Cronin.
Okay, I'm going to open up the phone lines. We didn't really give hate points tonight. I think we all got distracted or people were out of money or something. I don't know. But tonight is not going to get more hate points than... This will be the least hated Raw. This is the least hated Raw we've done hate points on so far. So we're not going to break the record tonight. Because so far, Raw has only gotten 2 hate points for Monday Night Raw. But I'm going to open the phone lines if anybody really wants to get something in before I get out of here. Just devoid of heart Raw tonight, and I don't have much to say about it. I mean, there's some times in the past where I could rant on Raw for 2 hours, 3 hours, solo without Jake. Rant 3 hours on Raw. Can't do it. There's nothing to say almost. I said it all. I ranted on everything I could. I said it all. That's all I got. What do you got? If you got something, call me. Or donate or call me or something. But other than that, I'm out of here. I'm going to relax. Tomorrow's my day to relax a little bit. But I'm sure I'll be making some videos and podcasts for Patreon. And shout out to the new patrons, man, for bringing us up to 301 patrons. We're back to 300. That's really good. Middle of the month, that's really good. We could get up even higher. So shout out to Kyle Renard, who's back. Jeffrey Ali in the $2 spot. And Juicy Red Apple, who's in the $1 spot. And Jamie Phillips. Jamie's an OG. It's good to hear from Jamie Phillips. Kevin Murphy said, how about you, Drew, and Jesse do a conspiracy thing? Yeah, we should do that. We used to do them, so we should do that. We were making fun of, I put up a video earlier today, which some of you may not have heard, so I'm going to go out. I'm going to play that out to get us out of here, of the time where we were talking about Drew's meat lips. From the time Drew was flew up here to Boston and met me in real life, and he tried to suck me off. Remember this? And then I also fucking had Skype ringing too loud. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
Yo, what's up, Joe?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good. I was.
Kerry Von Erich had a fake foot and shoved cocaine up his ass and died when Amanda sat on his face and he choked on her cow cum from a hairy snatch.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I had the donations on. Let me turn them off real quick. AJ Adams, that is sick as hell. Oh my God, bro. I'm sorry, caller. Go ahead.
What's up, Joe?
What's up?
You was watching Raw, right? You was watching Raw, right?
No, I was watching dick fighting on Pornhub.
You know what the problem with Raw is to me? Is that
everything?
Vince McMahon doesn't care about the young stars no more. I don't know why. I think he just hates everybody for no reason. There's some guys that can get over. He just doesn't give it a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has no patience for anything. He certainly doesn't seem to help anybody get over. He just
how Triple H can do that, but you can't do that. Like, he got Cedric Alexander, you got Shelton Benjamin, you got Damian Priest, you got all these young up-and guys, and you just give them in catering and say, no, I don't want them. They can't cut a promo. I'm just saying, give them some characters and they can help you your show. That's the problem.
Yeah, Vince has this method going right now that he just can't get out of, and it sucks.
But here's the thing. I like Roman Reigns, what he's doing with his character.
Yeah.
The tribal chief, he reminds me of Hollywood Rock, but way more better. Like, way like Pete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a little bit like that, and he's good. He's been good as a heel. He's a heel that, it's a shame. It's a shame that we don't have a face, like a really over face, because oh my God, he would get so much heat if the face was there.
But here's the thing. I think if they just work on him just a little bit, it's Big E. Next year's WrestleMania. I think they can work on him.
Me too.
Here's the thing they need to do. They just need to, he just needs, a new theme song, I think, something more, creative. Stop with the colors. Come out with, with the singlet and become more serious.
Yes.
That's why I can see him.
I agree. And see, the other thing about Big E is let him unleash on the mic, because I think a long time ago I cut a promo pretending to be Big E. And people were like, damn, if he could do that, because he's good. If you could give him the mic and be like, oh, how long they going to hold me down for? How long they going to hold me down? They even gave Kofi a shot, but they're scared of the power of Big E. They're scared of what I can do in the ring. And Roman Reigns, you're scared of me. He's got that hype. He's got that vocal ability.
Yeah, he reminds me you ever watch TNA?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He reminds me like a young Monty Brown. That's what he reminds me of.
Oh my God.
Without the pounce. That's what he reminds me of.
You're right. Now, and Moxie really got screwed too.
Yeah, I think he could have been world champion, but he said he didn't want to become world champion because he was a trainer and stuff. But I think he was so much over with that pounce, the theme song, the intensity, every single thing. That's why I think Big E can do that. But people think that Big E's too silly. But you got to give this guy a shot. You can't just let this guy just be in the mid-card. Everybody's cheering his name. I think he can be over. He's the next babyface if they do it right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, dude, that guy, you're right. And the thing about it, that guy seemed real too, and I think Big E's kind of like that as well. Problem is, Big E does have that cartoonish background, whereas Brown was more like, wow, we don't know that he's never done that kid stuff before. He's just a psycho or whatever. But if Brown existed nowadays, dude, that guy might be world champion now because times are different.
Yeah. But here's the thing. But Big E got that charisma. Ain't Vince looking for a guy who can cut a promo and got that charisma? Big E got that. All he just needs to do is tone down on that silliness, and he's good. He's great. He's got that. But people think he can't do it. But I think when the Apollo Crews thing, yes, the match was bad at WrestleMania, but it made him serious. It made him start with the bull, go out there, and beat Apollo Crews. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're dead right. I think if they put the world behind Big E, let him cut promos on people, and they did stuff with like say with Roman, right? Because Big E's on SmackDown, right?
Yes,
yeah.
There. That's why I think
perfect.
they should save that for next year's WrestleMania.
Can
Big.
Can you imagine if Roman is beating the shit out of someone and they're doing something savage and there's no one to save this guy? Oh my God, they took out his friends and there's no one to save him left. Roman is going to destroy this guy, and Roman's been doing really bad things to people for a couple of weeks, right? Last week he snapped the guy's ankle. A couple, the week before that they jumped somebody outside and they're both out of action. And now Roman's isolated a younger talent, right? Maybe Rey Mysterio's kid or somebody else. Yeah. And they're like, oh my God, he's going to... And then the Big E music hit and Big E came out and ripped the straps off and fucking started marching down the ring oh my God, dude. It would be sick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But here's the thing I don't like about wrestling now. People think that if you're just say you're Adam Cole height,
right? You
can't become a world champion. I think that's bull. Chris Benoit has been world champion. All those guys didn't know how to talk on the mic. They didn't have no charisma. But Chris Benoit, like Bret Hart and stuff, they became world champions. And Brock Lesnar. Some of those guys didn't know how to talk or had charisma, but they still became world champions.
Now, Chris became a champion because his wrestling and also because the story was there. It's sort of one of those things where it's like, okay, he can't really speak the best, but because the story is there, they feel confident that that's all they need. And so those exceptions happened back then, and they were great. Problem is nowadays, that's the main event. Like, the guy who really, it's like there's no one who can really speak. But you're right. But what I will say is we can leave on this, that Big E Langston has what it takes on the mic with a fire entrance, music, a new look, and the hype on the mic, and then a real bad guy to go up against like Roman Reigns. That could make him. Seriously, you're right. Good call. Great call. I'm out of here. I'm getting out of here tonight, man. I appreciate all you guys coming in. Let me play some more of the donos real quick.
Shit bomb!
You become a shit bomb.
Oh my god, the black tip. 2 NZ hate points.
Oh my god, the black tip.
Hey, thank you, man. We only got Raw to 4 hate points tonight. That's crazy, but that's okay. People are so asleep that they're not awake right now to give hate points. That's the problem. We can all come up with more creative ways to deliver the show. But again, one man runs the show. Good point, David Corrigan. It's crazy.
Oh my god, the black tip.
Oh my god, the black tip. AJ Adams, thank you so much, man. $3 coming in from AJ. Let me just make sure there aren't any more donos in the belt or on deck or whatever. I don't know. I'm so fucked up from my allergies. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Let me take a look. Let's take a look. Heroes and books. That sounds like a Jimmy Buffett thing or something. I don't like country music, but Jimmy Buffett I like. I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know why. Very strange. Oh, here we go. We got one from I Love Toes. I Love Toes the other day said, roast me, bro, and I missed it. And then he donated again. So shout out to I Love Toes. He said, roast me. All right, Toes, you're fucking gross. Triple H should just perform mass genocide on the locker room. By the way, I'm an SJW. What the fuck? All right, let's go out with a clip that I put up on Corrupted Nation earlier today of the time that Corrupted flashback from episode 133 of Corrupted Podcast, where we talked about Drew's meat lips. If you guys want to hear the whole entire episode, it's, of course, available on my Patreon, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And, of course, you can hear it. I think it's in the dollar spot, but a lot of things in the $5 spot last couple days. But I think this might be in the dollar spot. Oh, yeah, it's in the $2 spot for audio. So here's the clip in case you missed it. And good night. This is fucking terrible.
You can just taste it just enough to know it's there. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Wow, this if some girl, I gotta imagine that this is like the type of video where even if the guy was good looking, like a girl would watch this and be like, yeah, I'm not fucking him.
No girl is watching this video, no matter how wet her panties are before she turned this video on. She turned it off immediately watching these two like non-masculine fruitcakes drink Mike's Hard Lemonade. Yeah. Leah, be honest. How unattractive are these guys?
Oh, yeah, wicked.
Yeah, this is, I mean, I've done some goofy shit too, but luckily I'm hot, so.
I mean, what's more gay, Leah? Watching Drew pretend like he's blowing Joe or this?
I can't deal with the part where he like turns around and says yummy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably gayer.
I have a really hard time watching that. Every time I see that, it's like, oh.
Well, it's because all you see is Drew's gigantic fucking meat lips, and then he just looks into the camera like he's about to propose and goes,
"What episode? What episode was that?"
I don't remember.
It was like
here it is.
223.
And Joe afterwards going, "Oh,
yeah,
that's disturbing too."
Wasn't it? Was it 208 or something? It wasn't that long ago, really, was it? It was like 223 or something. Yeah. I've been calling them meat lips. So meat
I don't
lips.
know why Drew's lips are like that.
Who
cares?
I mean, they're just huge.
Recently had downs, you know.
Oh, come on.
What?
That's not nice. Oh, come on.
What?
That's not nice.
I'm sorry, like it exists. People.
You're insinuating that he has a retard in his family.
No, no, I'm saying that there's somebody in the family, you know, is
retarded.
Yeah, like somewhere in the line.
Yeah, that's different than what I said.
So, like, basically, he's got some of the leftover genetics. What?
Drew got like the hot dog scraps of genetics.
Yeah, like there's a little bit of that in there. So there's a little bit of that look. And by the way, I know people in real life whose family members are, and their kids come out looking a little bit like it too. So how about that? I'm just saying. You want to know why? I'm telling you. You don't like the answers? I mean, you know, a lot of people didn't like Alex Jones's answers either. They got rid of him pro quick.
I miss him on YouTube.
I do, but here's this is for you.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Just look how he's looking at us.
He was so excited to do that.
Oh, oh my god, he was. When Joe was like, "Hey, you should pretend like you're blowing me to the table," and he was like, "Woo!" His legs started wobbling.
He was probably like, "This is the best day ever." After that,
But I don't know. That just always sounds like.
What? Was that you in real time, Leah?
Anything. That was a clip.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I really thought she was just like bursting in with her input, but could you imagine? Like, there's no doubt that after Joe was like, "Hey, you should pretend like you're blowing me." Drew's like, "Yeah." And then afterwards, we should review Mike's Hard Lemonades.
Oh man, that is. Oh, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Look at his face, dude. His grin.
Dude, Joe, go back about 15 seconds.
That shit stash that he has.
You have to hear that.
Oh, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Go back more. Go back more.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yummy.
Oh god.
Oh no. Oh my god.
Right there. Go back. Go back.
Stop. Oh, I'm ready to go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, stop. Oh, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Oh.
God, I hate this so much.
Yummy.
Oh no.
Dude, I gotta say, man,
Yummy.
that is so alarmingly gay. That whole thing.
Yeah. We should really
like
get
Drew going, puh, puh.
Somebody needs to put him fucking me in the ass and then put yummy over and over on a loop.
Yeah. Do you still have that video? Because at least that one's kind of funny.
This has been another fun flashback clip to Corrupted episode 133, which you can find this full episode on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show and download it now.